2019, Nicole's landlord filed for a personal use eviction. She later learned that this was misrepresentation. Today, Nicole's still waiting for an LTB hearing after moving into a new apartment that costs her now twice as much. LTB's own data shows that landlords are being fast-tracked for hearings over tenants. Can the Premier explain why he's making tenants wait so long for access to justice? Thank you.
The Attorney General.
And thank you to the member opposite for the question. This really starts with the Liberals letting a system crumble and the NDP standing by while it happens. Mr. Speaker, as we've brought forward significant resources, a record number of adjudicators, we during COVID protected tenants by putting a pause on evictions. But when we brought forward investments for recruitment, the NDP voted against it. And when we brought forward investments for back office support, in the millions of dollars, the NDP voted against it, Mr. Speaker. And when we brought forward about almost $14 million, Mr. Speaker, to help with accelerating the hearings and the systems, the NDP voted against it, Mr. Speaker.
What's going on?
Now, we've made significant investments in the back end of the system, Mr. Speaker, because the Liberals had let it crumble and the NDP stood by. I'd be pleased to talk about those in the supplementary.
The supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Inadequate funding and flawed budgets isn't anything to brag about. After waiting 3 years, Speaker, my St. Jamestown constituents received an LTB ruling that ordered them to repay their landlords hundreds of thousands of dollars, reversing a prior rent reduction. If they can't pay and repay in 16 days, these new rental arrears may lead to evictions. They had to wait over 3 years for a hearing. They just got their ruling. Now they have 16 days to pay. Why is it agreeable to this Premier that the tenants have to wait so long for access to justice?
The Attorney General.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And it's worth noting that the independent tribunal does strike a balance between protecting the landlords and the tenants' rights and sets its own docket accordingly, Mr. Speaker. But instead of the performative questions from the NDP, we're actually taking action and we're getting the job done, Mr. Speaker. We've invested $28 million in a new system. It's a huge improvement, which we learned about and adopted from the NDP in British Columbia, Mr. Speaker. It's a phenomenal system. It came online at Christmas, fully online at Christmas, and we have 60,000 individuals that have used it so far to navigate the system. Mr. Speaker, I'm very proud of the work that we're doing. We have more work to do. I look forward to the NDP supporting us at some point for something to help move us forward.